Hello, friends. Today we have brought a very different topics which will ignite you from the deep of your heart. If I say you, what if one thought, a courageous thought, could break the centuries old social barriers? What if the compassion in the inside of human and courage stand in front of the death and still win? Have you ever wondered a single voice of saying stop can save the innocent lives? And can the silence, what we carry ourselves, can defeat the arrogance, and patience can teach us what the anger can never be? Welcome, my friends. Today's we are going to talk about a true leadership, how it begins with the humanity, and all the objects which we carry. It is a hard work of someone's. So, Binaji, as always, a very warm welcome to you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, Binaji. So today we are going to start our very interesting questions which comes in my mind. How do this courage and compassion succeed when the power or weapons fail? And can a single fearless act echoes through the generations over the generations and transform complete society?
Yeah, in ancient times, breaking social evils was never easy. It didn't require weapons, it required principles, lived with courage, because social evils live in collective thinking. Tradition feels safer than truth. Fear of rejection becomes stronger than fear of injustice. But history proves society change only when individual awaken. Compensation creates loyalty, not fear. Leadership is about responsibility, not authority. What if a king become a ruler without fighting a single battle, no weapons, no bloodshed, only courage and compassion? In ancient India, the remarriage of a widow woman shocked society. Opposition filled the royal court, but King Hamid stood firm and said, if a woman is widow or childless, she deserves support, not rejection. Silence followed. Tradition bowed before truth, and without war, Hamid became the ruler of Mewar. This was not a political victory, it was moral leadership. Some kings win battles, few wins hearts. A kingdom changed by compassion. This is not a fair tale. Raja Harishchandra chose truth over his throne. Abraham Lincoln chose justice over opposition because true leadership is not about defeating enemies outside but injustice within. When courage is guided by selflessness, when compassion leads, power follows. It doesn't just change society, it changes destiny. History remembers various, but destiny remembers the compassionate. And the greatest revolutions in the world by courage, compassion, and truth.
That's everything what you said is very right. Word is led by the courage, compassion, and truth. Question comes in the mind that, as we said earlier, how did one fearless voice saves the innocent lives now and awakening the human sleeping conscience also? And then why do those who are in a power, almighty power, sometimes lose the sight of the humanity also?
Yeah, when courage rises for selfless service. In times of war, anger blinds justice. But sometimes one courageous soul becomes the voice of consciousness. Once a poet stood before a king and said, O king, killing innocents is the greatest crime. If someone must die, let it be me first. Power without wisdom becomes cruelty. Becomes creates fear, but selflessness removes fear. Truth creates transformation. The king's anger melted. His consciousness awakened. The children were freed. Power without wisdom becomes cruelty, but when consciousness speaks, even power bows down. Courage is louder than power. One fearless voice, one awakened consciousness, and many lives were saved. History remembers, whereas humanity remembers those who spoke the truth.
That's true that power without wisdoms becomes cruelty, actually. Then, Binaji, have you ever wondered or paused to see the hidden effort, what all it takes to bring the scenes behind the simplest things like a patience, humanity, or respects? All these can dissolve the strongest arrogance also today.
Yeah, sometimes the greatest lessons are not taught by anger, but with patience. Patience creates realization. Patience taught what anger never could. Every object carries someone's hard work. A calm, gentle bears once lived in a small village. Anger never touched his nature. One day, a mischievous boy came to trouble him. He picked up a beautiful sari and asked, For how much will you sell it? This? 2 rupees? The weaver replied softly. The boy tore the sari into 2 pieces. Now what is its price? 1 rupees, the weaver said peacefully. The boy kept tearing it into smaller pieces. The weaver remained calm. Finally, the boy laughed. These pieces are useless. The weavers looked at him and asked gently, Do you think it is useful to everyone now? The boy felt awkward and offered to pay. But the weaver said, This is not just cloth. In this sari lives the farmer's labor, my wife's effort, and my own hard work. You have torn not fabric, but the value of many people's effort. You cannot compensate for this loss. The boy's head dropped, his arrogance melted into regret. That he tore a sari, but he learned the value of labor. Every object we use carries someone's hard work, respect, effort, not just price. Patience taught what anger never could, without scolding, without harsh word, because sometimes silence teaches louder than anything else.
That's true. Silence teaches louder than anything else, so we should always respect the labor, effort, and then people also. Binaji, as always, we'll go to the next section of our podcast for learning a new technique about a good health.
Yeah. Today we learn Tadagi Mudra. Mudra, yoga, and meditation are not just spiritual habits, they are technologies for soul alignment. Tadagi Mudra. Tadagi Mudra means a lake of or reservoir. In this mudra, the abdomen is drawn inward, creating a hollow shape resembling a calm lake. Symbolically, it represents stillness, emotional balance, and the capacity to store and channel pranic energy. The patient sit in a start pose, dandasana, lean forward to grab the toes, and inhale deeply to expand the abdomen fully. Retain the breath for 10 to 15 seconds while keeping the stomach pushed out. Exhale and relax the abdomen or lay down on your back. Savasana position. Keep legs straight and slightly apart. Place arms beside the body with palm facing downward. Relax the entire body and breathe normally for a few moments. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale completely, emptying the lungs fully. After exhalation, hold the breath out external retention. Now gently pull the abdomen inward and upward, creating a hollow cavity. Maintain awareness at the navel region while holding the posture. Stay in the position comfortably without strain. Release the abdomen slowly. Inhale gently and relax. Repeat 3 to 5 rounds. Practice on an empty stomach for best result. Benefits of this mudra: improve digestion and metabolism, tones liver, pancreas, and intestines, improve concentration and self-awareness, reduce restlessness and emotional instability, strongly influence the Manipur chakra, navel energy center, which governs willpower, transformation, and inner strength, improves diaphragmatic movement, and activate the vagus nerve, promoting parasympathetic relaxation activity. Affirmation: I purify my body, mind, and consciousness, or my inner power grow with every breath I control. Practice regularly with discipline. It becomes a bridge between physical health and higher spiritual awakening. But have some precautions. Avoid suffering from hernia, high blood pressure, pregnancy, severe abdominal disorders, or prolapse. Beginners should practice under guidance. Consult a doctor and should only be practiced under the guidance of an express instructors.
Very nice, Vinaji. Thank you very much for giving us a very useful knowledge towards the courage, towards the health. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Namaste.
So, friends, what we need as of today is what the world needs is more respect for the effort the every other human being is paying or doing. And we need more and more patience in our hearts. So, what you would choose? Popularity or living with the principles? And ask yourself, can courage exist without personal loss? Do comment in our section. But in the end, I will ask you, do subscribe, like, comment, and share it with your loved ones. Share it if the compassions matter to you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in our comment sections. And for more information, you can watch our previous videos on Ojas Soul YouTube channels and can visit the AWG website. Until next time, stay true, stay aware, stay humble, and goodbye and namaste. Thank you very much.